is closing or not, or interested or not, right? Okay, no guesswork, no objections, right? We bring it all up first. And if the client's not qualified, we disqualify. Okay, we don't want to work, we're interviewing the client as much as they're interviewing us. If they're not a good fit, if we cannot help them, we leave it there. Fortunately, that comes down to marketing now. Fortunately, we've got one of the best marketers in the world, Sir Marco Robinson, working in our camp, bringing us very good leads so we can scale like we have to 1.3 million in 11 months, which will be much more with you guys going forward. So does this make sense? Did everybody get that? Just so I can have a yes from everybody. Is that temperature check locked in? Okay, we'll go into it with the rock stars before we go live, but is that locked in? Excuse me. Any questions on that at all? If you have, save them for in a few minutes. We're going into Q&A soon, but first, I believe it's time to see the temperature check, okay? The temperature check in action, right? Now, I chose this one in particular because it shows the temperature check working, but it also shows that this guy on your screen now, Razan, he's an experienced closer, and Zane, our closer, is a week, literally his first week on the job. This is why this tickled me, because Razan is an experienced closer, and he ended up working with us for a good couple of years, Razan. So Zane closed Razan on this call. Okay, so this is an example of the temperature check, but also see how he says to Zane how much of a good sales guy he is. And Zane had just started. It's his first week. So it shows that when you guys go live, you're going to be pros. Actually, so pro that the pros think you're more pro than they are, as this example will show. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this now, guys, and take note of what he says.
You know, everything that I've spoken about so far, and from what I understand from you, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm not very interested, to 10 being I'm very interested, how soon can I get started? Where would you be along that scale?
Apologies for breaking a laugh, because everything that you're doing till now, like I can categorize it in what you're doing, and yeah, it feels so like it's a great experience to have a real closer in front of you and to be able to see.
And you can analyze it. Yeah.
10. Let's go.
It's his first week, guys.
Go for 10.
Absolutely. So, and also some of the concepts Marco has put in the course. This, you know, you'll learn some new things in there.
I really like the pitch part, the social proof part, and the polarization technique. So
I'm glad you're aware. That's amazing. So, you know, you said you're a 10 out of 10. Why is it that you're a 10 out of 10 and you see this as a good fit for yourself?
I'm ready to be invested, and not only from like the money part, but also to gather all of that like information from Sir Fernandez himself, and I can definitely see that like his coachings and everything that he's done, he's creating amazing closers, because like. As I said again, it's an amazing experience to have a real closer in front of me, and to go through all of those, like introduction, discovery, opportunity cost, polarization, social proof, building social proof, building.
It's amazing.
So, yeah, man. It's and again, as I said, I really want to. Dive deeper into the world of sales, and I do see myself as a good fit.
And he was, because he worked with us for a long time, Zane. He came on board then. Naylor, absolutely spot on. That was my next point. When Razan said I'm a 10 out of 10. Zane, our closer, Zane said, why? Why are you a 10 out of 10? What happens here, guys, when you ask the client to justify why they're a 10 out of 10? What do you think happens in your own opinion? It's fine. What do you think happens? Naylor, what do you think happens when Razan was asked, why are you a 10 out of 10? Okay. Mental confirmation in speech. Yes. They put themselves into already invested. Yes. He wants to be, yeah, all correct. Now, what he's doing is selling himself. Okay. Remember the law, the consistency bias. When someone speaks about something, they want to be consistent with that thing. Okay. Well, Zane said, why are you 10 out of 10? Well, I love what Sir Fernandez, that's me. I'm not a Sir. I don't know where he got that from. The Sir Fernandez, I know what, I like what he's teaching. It's great to have a real closer in front of me. My God, Zane, it was his first week, right? Razan had been in sales for a couple of years. And Razan was saying that Zane was a good experienced closer. But what happens when he says, why are you a 10 out of 10? Razan will start to sell himself. I'm a 10 out of 10 because I like the coaching. I like this. I like that. He's telling you why he wants to buy your product. Does this make sense, guys? Is this powerful? Why are you a 10 out of 10? He'll start to sell himself on your product. All right? Does this make sense, guys? Tell me in the chats if this makes sense. Why are you a 10 out of 10? Because I like the fact of this, I like that. The consistency bias is so strong here because he's saying, I want this because of this, because of that. How is he going to say no? And he didn't. He bought Razan. How is he going like he's a job at justifying why he should do it? Exactly, Kirsten, right? Justifying why he should do it. Yeah? Is this powerful, guys? Are you getting this? Yeah? Right, cool. I hope you are, because you learn this stuff and you will be golden. Now, quiz time, okay? Tish, are you there?
I am indeed. I am indeed.
Right, so guys, this is all learning. By answering these quiz questions, you're learning, okay? Writing things down and we'll discuss them. So, number one, let's go through this together. What motivates more? Pain or gain? Easy one. Pain. Let's see them all. Pain, Alison. Naylor, perfect. Kirsten, right. Pain. Pain. Denise. Awesome. Right. What does future pacing the pain do? Or future pacing the pain mean? What does future, in your own words, what is future pacing the pain? Yes, if nothing changes. Correct, Alison. You're like a ninja tonight, Alison. Denise, future pacing, when you ask them, if you don't make a change, will you be in the next 6 months, 6, 12 months, 5 years down the line? That hits them 5 years. They start thinking 6, 12, and then they go jump to 5. It's like, wow, with the pain in mind, right? We're not making enough money in my business. Damn, I'll be broke, right? Going to a dead-end job. Damn, I'll be depressed, right? Working with people I don't like, commute. 5 years of that, no, right? I'm going to make a change. Absolutely right, guys. You're getting this. Beautiful. All right. Now, tell me what looks like in 5 years. Exactly. Now, tell me, what are the 3 main objections, please, guys? The 3 main. Wow, Alison Barnes. Wow, like a ninja. Time, money, partner, decision. Absolutely, Kirsten. Well done. No, time is one of them, Jamila. Yes. Pain, motivation, kind of flush out all objection. Oh, you're moving fast there, buddy. No money, time, energy. Yes, money, business partner or spouse, money, and now's not the right time. Any of these 3 come up later, you can't do anything with it. You can't argue with someone. Handling objections and arguing with people. If they brought this up in the first place, there would be no objections. There'd only be only one objection. Does anybody know what that is? And we're covering this off tomorrow. What is the only objection left? This is for tomorrow, so we haven't covered it yet. But I'd like to know if anyone knows this. With this system, what's the only objection left at the end? Anyone? Anyone? Alison Barnes, you're on fire tonight. Anyone? Jessica? Oh, that was too fast. Can go and base the pin isolation. Finance, Kirsten. Yes. Kirsten wins that one, Tish. Finance is the only objection. And that is something we can talk about, right? We flushed everything else out. It's just the finances. Because what that means is that if it was for free, you'd buy it. They'd buy it, right? Right? But it's the only thing left is the finances. Excellent job, Kirsten. Well done. Right. So, number 4, sorry. Why do we block these objections? Why do we block these and bring them up straight after the qualification? Why is that the best time? Straight after the qualification. Ideas, guys. Why do we block these objections after qualification? After the time where they've just been speaking for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Why then? Why is that? No backpedaling, correct, good. So they cannot use them as an excuse after, great. They can't go back, no, consistency. They've said, I make my own decisions, right? I make my own decisions. I want to invest in myself. Now is a great time, right? Excellent, guys. You are getting this. Love that. Okay, brilliant. Number 5, what is a hot button? What's a hot button? What's a hot button, everybody? It's a nice, easy one. What is a hot button? This is lagging a bit, guys, so I'm just going to turn the video off for a second. What is a hot button? A hot button is the most motivational part of their why. Yeah, if it's a hot button, something that makes them hot. So when you press that button or bring up that subject, it's a hot topic for them. Okay, it's a hot button. So you notice in qualification that they become particularly passionate about something, and you think, oh, that's the hot button, because they always bring it up. When they speak about it, they get passionate about it. That's the hot button. I'm not making enough money in my business, and it's there, and they're passionate about it. That's the hot button. I want to work from home so I can spend more time with my family and my daughter because I'm missing I'm coming home after work. She's asleep. I get up in the morning and I have breakfast with her and that's it. That's a hot button. That makes them hot. That the subject makes them hot. Triggers, correct. And yes, Stella, the motivation to go ahead, if we press those hot buttons, if it's pain or gain and we help them solve it, yeah, brilliant. We're golden. Okay, excellent, guys. Number 6, how do we present the offer? How do we present the offer? I'll give you a few seconds to write it down. Tailor-made, absolutely. No, you'll often bring them into the conversation. Does that make sense? That's a tie down. Based on the client. Yes. All based on the client. Absolutely. Alison, you were one step ahead there. Excellent, guys. Well done. Awesome. Number 7. Tish is noting down these answers, guys. Number 7. What is a tie down? That's right, Naylor. Absolutely right. Yes, Denise, correct. Alison, don't worry, that's fine. You can answer it now. That's my answer for number 7. It sure was. All right, tie down brings the client back into the presentation. Make sure they're paying attention. Okay. Okay, number 8. Why do we use a tie down when presenting the offer? Well, you've just answered that, guys. So we'll move on. Now, number 9, what is the temperature check? In your own words, what is the temperature? Take your time on this one, guys. Write it down. Take your time. What is a temperature check? What does it mean to you?